friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In our last video, we ended our day having arrived into our camp, and I'm going to continue talking to all my companions, starting with Alistair.
What do you need?
I want to ask you something.
Ask away.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry.
Oh.
I'd rather not go back on my word.
Very well, I respect your word, I suppose.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
Fair. Oh good, Alistair approval. Again, we're up to all of 6.
What do you need? Ask away.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here? Orlais, right?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here, but I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So what happens now that it's just the 2 of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
I like how it's like, eventually, someone will come looking for us. Will we need to start rebuilding the Order?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
What would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden?
Yeah.
I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
I was just asking a question, Alistair.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away.
So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Ha 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 ha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
What skills might those be?
Well, it wasn't an easy life, you know. I don't know whether or not you've noticed, but I'm not exactly the Chantry type. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you? You think this is better than being a Templar?
Oh, I suppose the Chantry life is good enough for some. Here, we have the chance to fight against the Blight. To actually do some good instead of sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
Don't start crying again. He was a good man. It's okay.
He was. A good man who didn't deserve his fate. That much I'm sure of. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
Oh, I'm not done talking. You had other stuff to still talk about. Alistair did, it seems, have a lot more time with Duncan, obviously, than Luna did. I wonder how much that time was. Was it like a year, 2 years, 2 months?
What do you need? Ask away.
So you said this Arl Eamon raised you.
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
That would explain the smell.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
That would explain the breath as well, then.
And my table manners, too. Though, come to think of it, they weren't all that different from the other Templars. Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
Only ones where the world is threatened by Darkspawn. Oh, only ones where we're making mad love in my tent, Alistair.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arl Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
He wasn't your father, so you know who is?
I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Yeah, what an awful thing to do as a child. I remember the Arlessa. She's annoying.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised by dogs.
Yeah.
Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Look at me go. I'm now up to neutral. And I can give gifts too, right? I've got gifts. Ooh, Spark of Faith. That's different. My +2 willpower, -5% fatigue. Is that supposed to be for Alistair or something? Gifts. I have gifts. Leliana, anyone. We'll give him a silver bracelet.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Wow. Is that for me?
Oh, I only got 4
Really?
for that one.
Wow. Wow. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
25. Okay, we'll leave it there. Oh, inspired minor constitution. Inspired by your leadership, this party member has gained a +1 bonus to constitution. What was my codex entry that got updated? Was it Alistair? It was Alistair. Alistair is fascinated by magic, even as his life is defined by fighting its darker manifestations. He has a fondness for strange runestones and figural studies of arcane creatures. Oh, the Earl's wife, Isolde, suspected the reason her husband took an interest in the welfare of a servant's child was that Alistair was Eamon's son. She insisted that the boy be sent away to the chantry. Ugh, Isolde. Ugh. She's a piece of work, that one. Hello, Barkspawn.
Oh, why, you little...
Did you just jump at the sight of your own shadow again? Are you harassing my dog?
Me? Harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
There's hardly any blood drawn. Still, he shouldn't have. It was just a warning. He could have taken your hand off. Well, yeah, he is a war dog.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Ugh. Gagging noises, heaving.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Aww. Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish. If you had it and didn't know, it's probably tasty. I'd never feed you another human being. Probably.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts. He means well. Can't be stinkier than what normally goes in there. Why doesn't he share his food with me? Yeah.
You are welcome to this if you really want it. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
It was a gift. You just can't throw it away like that.
I just did. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Oh. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
I'm like, yeah, she does, doesn't she? Watch Sten and Barkspawn.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Barkspawn digs furiously in the ground at your feet. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? Okay, have fun. Slight lag every time I leave a conversation. Okay, that is a DLC quest, if I remember correctly.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I should get to know you. Let's just get a few things straight.
There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry where I would say duty.
It's not your duty to handle the blight, though. Never seen a Canary before. Yeah, it's not your duty to handle the blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
Why did you offer to help me?
For the moment, you are the enemy of my enemy.
For the moment?
Yes, I am Kunari. As long as you do not make yourself my enemy, I will aid you. I can promise nothing else.
You said you were in the army?
I am.
What made you decide to become a soldier? Why would Kunari send soldiers here? Yeah, that one.
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
You might learn more about people if you weren't hostile?
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
Are you alright? You were in the cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Kunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Excel at poverty. A little hostile, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
So this is you being calm and helpful?
Couldn't you tell?
You know what? Just follow my orders and you'll do fine.
As you wish.
Oh, he didn't approve. Darn. Okay, let's talk to Bodahn.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodahn Feddic, at your service once again.
Hi.
I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay, just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I'd like to see what other goods you have.
Oh, certainly, I can do that for you. Just come with me.
Okay, he has a really expensive one-handed axe. And a not as expensive staff, I guess? I think the one I have on is better. And then clothes, we have all kinds of things. Same thing for the spell ward. 5 willpower, 2 health, regeneration in combat, spell resistance, chance to dodge missiles, and +6 missile deflection. Oh, Tome of Arcane Technique, Physical Technique. We've got a backpack. We need that for sure. Rune of Banter. I wanted to get that. That's a mod I installed. I can click on it to make them talk to each other. And then Templar, Ranger Manual. I was hoping they'd have one for a mage, but I guess not. While Bodahn is well-stocked merchant, his boy Sandal offers something more valuable, enchantment. You can engrave runes onto your weapons, make them more damaging, imbue them with elemental powers or other mysterious effects. Do I have anything that can currently be enchanted? I don't think I do.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Runes and enchantment, all enchantable items in the party inventory, including those currently equipped. Okay. So this is my storage chest, thankfully, and I'm going to drop off a bunch of stuff. Well, I've managed to empty my bags quite a lot. And the little bit that I have left over, I wanted to put on to people. Try the wolf charm on Sten for a bit. Okay, that's all emptied and I feel much lighter now. Let's talk to Morrigan. After all of that.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time, then? Sure.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of Magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
By practitioners, you mean apostates, don't you? Sure.
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Why would I'm a mage. That would just make you angry, I think. Yeah, let's go with that one.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
I'm neutral again. I feel like I thought I got a bunch of good ones from her because
What do you wish of me?
she liked me being rude to the chantry people.
If you must.
Can you teach others to become a shape changer?
Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
Why not?
I was told to accompany you and to help you, and that I shall. This may extend to the teaching of my mother's skills in time. For now, I simply do not know you well enough. I promise nothing. What do you wish of me? If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kakari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You could if you want. I'm curious. What's wrong with that?
Any number of cats could inform you of the answer to that question, but have it your way. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
You must have looked quite the fool. Yeah, I can just imagine. Let's go with that one.
I rather doubt that. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
I'm supposed to be surprised you're a good liar? No, that was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play.
Yeah.
The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Touching like a handshake? Were you upset by all the bad touching, Morrigan?
At least with that sort of touching, I would have been able to intuit the intent with far greater ease. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are. Yeah.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
I don't like how I get kicked out every time. Oh, I went up.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Fun? Yeah, you really had no trouble with them. I feel sorry for the Templars. No, that one.
They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Surely more would have followed, yeah.
Sometimes. Eventually. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Don't you regret hurting any of those men at all? What exactly is an apostate? Do you still think that was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
No. I have no opinion on that's a pathetic no, you're probably right.
An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand. What do you wish of me? If you must.
I'm up and then I'm down and then I'm up and then I'm down. Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
A powerful Maleficar?
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the Chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
Well, I just read the Codex entry in the last video. So, I'm more interested in the truth, honestly.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
And the point would be?
'Twas you who made the query of Flemeth. Why ask if you do not wish to know?
Very well, tell me your story.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago was this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the Dreadlord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar.
Oh.
Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
He sold his wife to another man? I mean, lovely husband.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
She spoke to spirits or demons, but wasn't she now married to a wealthier man? First one, I guess.
Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Of course Flemeth would say that, yeah.
You would be surprised at how little my mother cares for what I or others think of her past. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
I don't know how many of these I can ask, so let's just go with the first one. Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters? I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true, I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Maybe. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
That all sounds like hogwash, obviously.
If that is what you think, so be it. I have thought so on occasion myself, but there it is. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
My mother died a long time ago. There's nothing really to say about her. She threw Luna out when she was a small child.
I see. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Mine is 19, dang. I did really poorly. But you know, I'm okay being negative with my other companions. It'll make it interesting, right?
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Okay. I've got more I can ask her, but we can always do that later. Anything else that I need to click on? Okay, I think that's it. I was planning to head to the Arl of Redcliffe, where we need to seek out Arl Eamon. Alistair thinks that you should seek the help of Eamon Guerrin, the Arl of Redcliffe. Arl Eamon is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in the Landsmeet. Alistair believes that he will certainly aid you once he learns about Logain's betrayal. And yeah, I think that's everything. So off we go. We'll take Alistair.
Yes.
Indeed.
Morrigan, and
Yes.
yeah, we'll bring Sten. Where are we going? Nope. Redcliffe Village, a fishing village on the shores of Lake Calenhad.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
All right, what's on your mind?
I told you before how Arl Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard.
Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
I think I understand.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Are you sure you're not hiding anything else?
Besides my unholy love of fine cheeses and a minor obsession with my hair, no, that's it. Just the prince thing.
You're a prince. Somehow I find that very thrilling.
Not that I would want someone to like me for that reason, but there are worse fates. I have no illusions about my status, however. It's always been made very clear that I'm a commoner, and now a Grey Warden, and in no way in line for the throne. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard, oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Did I just hear some crying in the background? You're here with me, Alistair. I'm the lucky one. Oh, I said I wanted to romance Alistair, so let's go for it.
I can't believe I didn't say something sooner to you. I feel very unworthy of such a compliment.
The flirting with Alistair. Very, very interesting. Alistair +6, so we are now interested. He's interested in me. Okay, we're going the right way. Codex updated. Redcliffe. King Calenhead Theron once famously declared the fate of Redcliffe is the fate of all Ferelden. Certainly, the castle is the first and last defense for the sole land route into Ferelden, and the country has never fallen to any force that did not first capture Redcliffe. The castle, which despite being 3 times captured is popularly described as unassailable, also guards one of the largest and most prosperous towns in Ferelden. Redcliffe village is well situated near the mountain pass to Orzammar and the Orlesian border, and so serves as a center of foreign trade. For these reasons, Redcliffe is accounted an Arling despite the smallness of the domain. The inhabitants of Redcliffe village are primarily fishermen or merchants who ship dwarven goods through the pass from Orlais to Denerim. When the entire village smells of smoked fish on certain late autumn mornings, the merchants in their finery do their utmost to pretend otherwise. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Yeah, I wondered if Alistair updated again. Isolde's suspicions were not unfounded, however. Alistair was not Eamon's son, but King Merrick's son. Eamon sheltered the boy to hide his existence from Queen Rowan, Aemon's sister. Who's older, Alistair or Kaelin? I feel like it was Kaelin, but I don't think it really much matters anymore.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Aemon. Get out of my way. I have no time for slack-jawed fools. Yes, that one.
I'm not stopping you or anything. But have you even heard what's happened here? Has anyone?
Is this something I should care about? There is a civil war going on, if you haven't noticed. Yeah.
We heard news about the king and all the fighting. That was before everything started here. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us, no Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Teagan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Teagan, Arlemon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
My puppers is so cute.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Teagan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Teagan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news!
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about? Why are you telling me this?
Because each night they return, their ranks bolstered with our recently dead, and we are desperate for help.
It seems there is no end to the demands upon your time. Let us seek your allies elsewhere.
With Kaelan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
This isn't our battle. No, there's a bunch of quests related to this battle, and I want the XP. And yeah, I now have more opportunities to be snarky. You want my help? You don't know me.
I know Alistair, and I trust those he chooses to travel with. What do you say?
I mean, yeah, well, first I have a few questions.
By all means.
Okay, if I remember correctly, this conversation goes on for a bit, so I am going to take the opportunity and pause things here today. But on Tuesday, we will pick back up here, obviously, continue along with this conversation and see who else we can be mean to next. But as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Tuesday with another new Dragon Age Origins video.